Hey guys, so I recently heard some people discussing their childhood crushes, and I decided to put my own list together. So I'm going to define childhood as being before the age of 10. So this is the childhood crushes of an 80s baby. Here we go. First one, Denise Catherine Matthews. Okay, so Denise Catherine Matthews is best known by the stage name Vanity. She was a singer, a model, an actress. She was a member of this group called Vanity Six, which was not around that long. Prince put them together back in 1982. She was in a few movies. If you probably know her from The Last Dragon, if you've heard of her. She was also in an Action Jackson, kind of a largely forgotten movie with Carl Weathers, and a definitely completely forgotten movie that's weird as hell called Never Too Young to Die with John Stamos and Gene Simmons. This woman was ridiculously fine. Unfortunately, she had a bit of a drug problem, and I think that even though later on in life she cleaned up, I think the damage that she did in her youth really messed up her liver. I want to say it was her liver, and I think that she died later on, maybe because of the complications or the issue she had when she was younger. There's this kind of a infamous video where an interview say where she's with oh man, I can't. Is it Norman Gumble? Brian Gumbel's brother. I should remember Brian Gumble. I can't remember Brian Gumbel's brother, but you watch the interview. She's high as hell in this video. It's probably still on YouTube. She still looks really cute though, even though she's clearly high as a kite. I think this kind of maybe formed some aspect of my brain of what I find attractive, because even in one of her movies, Action Jackson, she plays a heroin addict. And I think that I kind of had a thing for women that look kind of strung out because of it, maybe. The whole heroin chic thing. Helena Bonham Carter and Fight Club and Thandie Newton and Gridlocked. Huge crushes on those characters, and I'm blaming it on her character in Action Jackson. Okay, so the next one, I'll say Jane Wiedlin. It's not really Jane Wiedlin, though. So Jane Wiedlin is the rhythm guitarist for the Go-Go's. But the crush really isn't her. It's a character she played in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. So if you ever seen this and you don't know who the Go-Go's are, or you can't think of who she is in the Go-Go's, she was the lady who played Joan of Arc. And the scene that sticks out is the mall aerobic scene. She's just really cute. And the thing about it, not trying to be cute, not trying to be hot or pretty, just effortlessly. You know, yeah, Jane Wiedlin's also pretty cute, but just the character. You know, I remember watching it as a kid and being like, oh, okay, yeah. Terri Griffith. Okay, so Terri Griffith is not an actress or a celebrity. She's, once again, it's a character. So Terri Griffith is the character in just one of the guys, this 1985 movie. The actress is a lady named Joyce Heiser. This is the first time I think I saw breast and remember it. I mean, when I was a baby, I saw breast, but other, besides that I remember seeing breast. Randomly, in the end of the movie, the scene where she just shows her breast. There's a context, but still, it just made an impression. This movie's kind of odd for several reasons. Okay, well, the main thing that kind of makes it, so the plot of the movie is she dresses up like she's supposed to be a teenage girl. Once again, you have a 28-year-old or something playing a teenage girl. I don't know how old the actress is. I really do think she was pushing 30. She's playing a teenage girl, and she, for reasons, is dressing up like a boy. I'm not going to explain why. Watch the movie. by the way, she may have actually been about 24 in the movie. There's a guy who she befriends in the movie who doesn't realize she's a girl. Seriously, the actor playing him, he really is pushing 30. So anyway, in the movie, they make the comment that she looks like Ralph Macchio. Here's the funny thing with that. So this movie came out in 1985. The Karate Kid came out in 1984, right? So in this world, I'm assuming The Karate Kid is a movie. Okay. Well, what makes this even more interesting is that William Zabka is in the movie. William Zabka is the guy who plays Johnny. So in this movie, there's a movie that they know of where the villain of that movie looks like a kid who goes to their high school. And by the way, William Zabka is playing the exact same character he played in The Karate Kid. Maybe slightly less homicidal, but the same character. Very meta. Next is, well, this is combining two because they're kind of the same character, Jordan Cochran and Gadget from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So Jordan Cochran is from a character in the movie Real Genius, which came out in 1985. She's played by Michelle Myrink, I think is her name. And look, it's the smart, cute, awkward girl who, it's 1985, but she's kind of coded for being on the spectrum. I've always had a thing for that. But she's basically the same character as Gadget from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. And Gadget was cute. Look, I know it's weird to say a animated rat is cute. Mouse. I think she's supposed to be a mouse, but animated, yes, Gadget was cute. It's the same character, though. I'm standing by that. The animated mouse was cute. Tatyana Ali, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm the same age as her. Periodically, I'll be like, hey, I wonder what Tatyana Ali is in. I'll click, a picture will come up. This woman gets finer every year, in my opinion. Since 10 first saw her, finer every year. That's why she's on my list. First time I saw her, cute. Even now, beautiful woman. Cheetara. Yes, I'm selecting another cartoon character. I don't care. Cheetara from the Thundercats. Everybody thought Cheetara was banging. This is from the 1985 original Thundercats. Cheetara's banging. Hear me out, right? Do you have a thing for athletic girls? Are you possibly a furry? She's part cheetah, and she's super fast. What more are you looking for? Tootie Ramsey. Okay, so this Tootie Ramsey's from The Facts of Life, played by Kim Fields. This is really both. So the character Tootie Ramsey, really cute and sassy. You gotta love that. But also Kim Fields, just beautiful. So both of them on this list, both of them, both Tootie and Kim Fields. Susan Hoffs. Okay. So Susan Hoffs is the lead singer and the rhythm guitarist for the Bangles. I mean, just look her up. This is the 80s when I first saw her, when the band was big. But even now, beautiful woman. Interesting thing, this is how fine Susan Hoffs was back in the day. Still beautiful, but this is how fine she was back in the day. Listen to their song, The Bangles' Manic Monday, and listen to Prince's 1999, and hear how similar they are. And the reason they're so similar is because Prince wrote both of them. Now, here's the thing. Prince originally wrote Manic Monday for Apollonia 6, a band that he created. But supposedly, he had such a huge crush on Susan Hoffs, he gave the Bangles a song, and that became their first hit song, reaching number 2. Susan Hoffs, a face that can launch 1,000 ships, and a face that did launch a first hit. And finally, the Chipettes. Yes, I'm saying the Chipettes. Now, this is the 80s Chipettes, not the ones from the more recent movie. I don't know, even when I saw the cartoon, yes, I'm picking a cartoon. I don't care, okay? I had several crushes on cartoons. It is what it is, right? Brittany, Jeanette, Eleanor, what are you looking for, right? Do you want like the hot and mean one? Do you want the cute nerdy one? Do you want the sweet chubby one? You had either one to choose from, and they were all pretty. Those are the Chipettes. I have a thing for anthropomorphic rodents, apparently. I was like 5 at the time. I don't know. I don't think I really they didn't look like rodents back then. The newer movies, they still look like rodents. They look like rodents in the new ones. Honestly, if I were 5 and watched the new movies, I'd probably have a little bit of a crush on the little rodent-looking ones too. That's my list.